If you're like me and you're a frequent Survivor player, you've probably gone up against your fair share of nurses, and you've probably been downed and wondered, what was that? How was that fair? This doesn't make any sense. What the hell's going on? There's no arguing that Nurse is probably the strongest killer in Dead by Daylight. It's usually an argument between her or Blight. You know, you might be asking, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? You know, she's a winky blinky old ghost lady, and you can see all the way up her skirt, and that's kind of interesting. Why do we care? Well, I'm gonna tell you. So just calm down and listen up. And we're gonna get into it. Recently, Behavior has announced that they're going to be nerfing the Nurse. They're gonna be making some changes to her base kit. One of the biggest changes is that her basic attack from a blink will now be a special attack. What this means is that she will no longer be able to use perks like Starstruck, exposed perks like Noed, Devour Hope, at least when it comes to blinking on top of a survivor and immediately attacking them. This is something that we in the DBD community have been asking for a long time. Years and years of pain and suffering and screaming and crying. But it's finally happening, and this is huge. This is huge. Definitely long overdue, but here we are. On top of that, survivors will now get a sound notification when the Nurse has recharged her blinks, so they know that if the Nurse is trying to blink at them, they will have 2 or 3 depending on her add-ons. So this is pretty big. This is big stuff for sure. It's good. It's good. This is good stuff. But is it enough? Is it enough? I have been asking a lot of people and kind of weighing the opinions of a lot of people in the community, and Nurse is one of these weird... She's a very unique killer in that she ignores a lot of the basic fundamentals of DBD. Looping killers around pallets, forget about it. No, you're gone. One of the only things that you can do against a Nurse player is to simply run in a straight line, and when you hear her blink, do a little loop-de-loo, try and break line of sight, and just hope for the best, basically. And against a really good Nurse player, one of the only things you can do is... They've also made a number of changes to her add-ons, so we're going to look at that really quick. The big thing that people are talking about is Jenner's Last Breath, which once all blinks have been exhausted, the Nurse may teleport back to her original position. Once she returns to her original position, all blink charges are restored. So, what that means is that if you miss 2 blinks, you blink back to where you were, and then you can retry. So essentially you get 4 blinks, or 5, and then you can combine this with her Eerie, so if you have 3 blinks, you blink 3 times, you didn't get the survivor, okay, go back, now you can retry, and that's pretty interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really think that that's too great. When we are talking about like the health of DBD and what is good for the game, I definitely agree that Nurse has a very high skill cap, and when you can hit these blinks and you can land yourself on top of survivors, it does take a bit of skill. It's not easy to do this stuff. But what does the community think? A couple days ago on stream, I decided to test. What is the community's reaction to just an average Nurse player, which I consider myself to be. I'm not really, overly good at Nurse. I'm not really that bad either. And what if we do run only perks that are viable with these changes coming in? So for the most part on stream, I ran Eruption, Overcharge, and you know, only perks that would work with these changes. And what we did is we played 20 games and we counted how many times players will simply give up or DC. And to say the least, the results were pretty interesting. Check it out. Just barely missing these. I need my bait. Down there, boy. I'm gonna actually fake pick them up. See what they do. Oh, that's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying! Oh, shit! Uh-oh.
Bye, have a great time.
It's really nice. It's really good. It's really good. Oh, little snowman dude over here, huh? You think you're fucking slick, huh? You think you're fucking slick? You think you know something about something, huh? Huh? You think you know your way around the fucking? You think you know things, huh? Well, you don't. You don't. Come here. Get on your fucking hook, man. Holy! Oh my god, man. I think he's gonna kill himself. He's not struggling. I think he's gonna kill himself. Fucking do it. Yeah, just fucking do it, man. Oh, there we go! There we go! Oh, and he's killing himself. That's two. That's two. That's two. That's two. Are we gonna get 4 points? Bro. Jake's not struggling. I just want you to know that. I'm not angry at you. I'm not gonna freak out at that. That's a valid answer. You are fine. You're safe. Yoshi or oh! No, you don't. Those become the very thing he hated the most. Yeah, well, you know what they say. You either live long enough to be the good guy or sweat long enough to be a nurse player. So, to summarize, we played 20 games of nurse with an average skill set that I have. I'm not overly good at nurse. So we were an average nurse player running an average build with perks that would work with the changes to come. We played 20 games, and the end total, by the end of the stream, we had 15.5 DCs or give up actions such as killing yourself on hook, which is pretty wild. That's pretty crazy, and it's pretty reflective that the community doesn't like nurse. I don't know what to think, to be honest. Do we need more changes? I'm not sure. I went ahead and I asked one of the best nurse players that I know personally. This is a really cool streamer by the name of Losing Color, who's a super good nurse player. He was gracious enough to give me his opinion, and here's what he had to say. Here's what he had to say. So I asked him what his thoughts were on blinks counting as no longer counting as basic attacks and counting as special attacks. So NOED and exposed perks won't work. And he said, "I'm definitely glad they made some changes. Most of the time, landing the first blink is easier of the two, as a survivor can use that distance to break line of sight and make distance. So removing insta-downs is appropriate given how fast chases can already be. I also like that they've made it harder for just okay nurses. A mediocre nurse player with Starstruck was still very scary, but now she can at least be ran a bit since serves aren't getting one shot down all the time. Although I am worried about more 3, for slowdown perk nurses popping up. Oh, and I'm very excited about the add-on pass. I have over 3k hours on Nurse, so any change is welcome, although I'm a bit disappointed at most of the changes, not because of the nerf, but rather because they're not interesting. However, the purple add-on became insane. I'm absolutely stoked for new Campbell's. Auto double blink is now 2 make range blinks rather than 1, half the range. So I agree with this a lot. I think it is really good. I think it's a very healthy for the game. Is it enough? I don't know personally, but I think that this is a huge step in the right direction, and I think that we should be giving Behavior some huge credit for this, even though it is long overdue, and I mean long overdue. But it's finally here, so I hope you guys are excited about the new changes. There's some other really cool stuff as well coming. So what do you guys think? Are the changes they're making to Nurse enough? While they definitely are a step in the right direction, what more could we do to make the Nurse a little bit more on an even playing field for survivors? If you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments, and let's talk about it. Be sure to join my Discord to get more involved with the community and myself. And as always, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check me out on Twitch. Peace.